Once the words are dark, they cannot be undone. So we choose.
It's very European, Eastern European sounding. Hi folks, thanks for joining me. Welcome back, hope you're all well. So today I've got a brand new band on the channel. A band's name, I think, if I pronounce this correctly, is KOIAI or KOIAI, or neither of those. I'm not quite sure. Please feel free to correct me. The request is for a new picture live in May 24. This request comes in from one of my VIP members over on my Patreon page, Home Gnome. Thank you for the request. He's given me a little blurb on this, although this is my first time hearing the band. I've got a tiny bit to go on here. KOIAI is a fairly new band featuring Lisa X and also Canada Sato on drums, who you just saw with Muses. So I do have a reaction to Muses. Love that. Really good. Lisa X is a name that I've heard of for quite a while. I'm pretty sure she's a guitarist, but I've never actually watched any of her videos or performances. So this is going to be brand new for me. Other members are also well known, but I'll leave you to get informed on that after the reaction. The song is A New Picture, live from May 24. PS, for the sake of avoiding confusion, Lisa is the guitarist stage left with the hair tied back. Thank you. So the format of this video, folks, is I'm going to listen to this right through uninterrupted for the first time. Maybe give you some thoughts after that, and then I'm going to run it back through and have a chat about some of the stuff that's going on and any sort of thoughts that occur to me. So if you enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe, comment below, and consider supporting me on Patreon if you want to get any requests in and see some of the exclusive content that's over there on Patreon. Certainly a lot of stuff that hasn't made it to YouTube yet anyway. So yeah, without further ado, let's get going. Go.
Once the words are dark, they cannot be undone. So we choose all words can't. Once the notes are break, they never come back. That's why we practice so carefully. We all make mistakes, there's no such thing as perfection. We won't stop talking. We won't stop lying. that should never be a goal when it can't be completed forever. Next day that new picture where I'm today will become a dream tomorrow.
Wow, that's a real melting pot of different things going on there, isn't there? The verse there really puts me in mind of Eastern European folk music, you know, or maybe even Russian kind of, or polka, I guess, is the thing that came to me first, but there's definitely a Russian sort of vibe as well. Lucky guess, A minor. Back and forth between the tonic A minor and E major, which is the dominant, the fifth. That's how you get that sort of harmonic sound. The raised seventh, the G sharp. And then the really drop tuned guitars. I guess not really. Well, it is drop tuned, but they're 7 strings, 8 strings, whatever are going on there. So really heavy. Some animals as leaders, riffing going on with the dissonances, and highly virtuosic, shreddery in the guitars, which I'm not a shredder, so you'll have to forgive me. All that sort of fast alternate picking is something I never really worked on as a guitarist because it was something I never foreseen as a style that would ever creep into my own music, so I never really did it. But certainly with the riffing, the tremolo antics, those are kind of things I played about with. The drumming was insanely good as well, and then the piano. I don't see a pianist on stage, so I'm presuming that's a backing track, unless the pianist is just a wee bit hidden out of sight. I don't know. But what's another thing that's interesting to me is how so much of the music is very virtuosic, and yet the vocals are kind of almost delivered in like a deadpan, kind of very plain song kind of way, which is very juxtaposed compared to the high virtuosity in display. Not to say that the singer can't do that, but certainly what's happening in the piece, the singer's not delivering a vocal performance that's sort of in the same sort of style as the guitars or even the drumming and stuff like that. So it's quite contrasting in style. And then the other thing was the sort of piano interludes sort of put me in mind of sort of more sort of like the harmony that you would get in sort of like Japanese films composed by Alexis Joe Hisashi. So it was a real melting pot, and considering it was only 3.5 minutes or whatever, like it felt like it was just so much going on. So let's run it back and have a bit of a chat. Please consider taking a moment to check out my other channel, JW Soundworks, where you will find unique cover song performances, newly composed piano arrangements, and all of my self-composed original music. Go. Whoa, 20, that's a lot in 20 seconds. Excuse me if you see me doing this kind of thing. There's something about the 360 camera that I was just turning around. It's making me feel a little bit dizzy. So I'm just sort of saving myself any sort of motion sickness there, which I don't normally suffer from, but there's something about that that's seasick kind of feeling. Great drum groove on the toms that come in. That's sort of very creative. It's not really what you would expect with that guitar riffing. It could go in so many different ways, but I really love the groove on that. Also, in terms of the guitars, you can see we're in Ibanez territory here. But this guitarist with the, it's a bit of a blurry shot there, but you'll see it as it goes on. And if you're watching this video, I'm sure you've already seen this before, or most of you anyway. But that's sort of, it's a bit like the Steve Vai Tree of Life inlay on the guitars. Is something that you get from the high-end Ibanez J Custom series. So it's probably a handmade guitar. But it's beautiful. I've never seen one with the Floyd on it before, and I think, is it 7-string? Again, a little bit difficult to tell. It's definitely more than 6. It's more than 6 and less than 9. So there's a couple of things in that riff, and that riff did appear later on. So we're down to A, very low. I can get to there though, can't I? Just about. It's about as low as my pedal will go to drop tune my guitar. There's something dissonant there. That's putting me in the mind of Animals as Leaders, maybe even Meshuggah or whatever. Just that, the way that the semitone, it's sort of just, it's played across the strings, so you get that sort of clash ringing out. The notes are ringing out on top of one another. I like that being a sort of featured motif in the riff. That's insane. I'm not even going to attempt to work that out. It's very high up there, but it's almost a sort of fluttering. You get that polyphia and stuff, do a lot of that with the tremolo, so we'll say fluttering. Because your Floyd Rose is, or your tremolo system, this is the Floyd Rose. The guitar with the inlay has a Floyd Rose system, the other guitar doesn't have a Floyd Rose system, but they both have floating trems, which this guitar doesn't come with a floating trem, but I have raised the neck slightly, which allows me to float it, because I love this guitar, but it's a downside that it doesn't float, because Eddie Van Halen had his guitars, the bridge flush with the body, so that you couldn't pull back on the bar. So that shouldn't do that on this guitar, but because I put a shim in the neck, I've been able to raise the bridge to give me a floating trem. Anyway, yeah, fluttering is when you sort of warble the bar, and if you've got a note to that, that kind of thing. It's a cool little sort of technical. I've never really incorporated it into my music, but anyway. I actually don't even know if they are fluttering it, so to speak, but it could be even just grabbing it, but feels a wee bit like a flutter to me. Sweeping going on and stuff there. You can see they're using bending the tonic note as well. It's not exactly the notes, but that kind of style, and then the Paul Gilbert stuff. So you can already get the hints of that, what I was saying about the sort of polka kind of style that came later. It's going back and forth between the tonic note and the raised seventh in the scale, in this case G sharp, so A and G sharp, which gives it a bit of a harmonic minor vibe. And what's minor, but like a harmonic minor scale that's being used. But you can hear that being hinted at this point in the piano. And there's diminished scales. So if you use like an E7 chord, you get a bit of a dissonance on that, which is the dominant in the key of A minor, which is what we're in here. But also I definitely heard like some dissonant, diminished arpeggios and diminished intervals. Yeah. There's definitely diminished intervals in there. D minor. All right, so let's see. So A minor. I don't think it is an E7. I just think it's like a G sharp diminished chord. I think it was a D minor, and then a B diminished. That's the kind of roughly the progression, but obviously it's sort of decorated. I'll just play, to keep things moving, I'll play like an approximation of it. D minor. I'll start again. I need more coffee. I definitely don't. I've had too much coffee today. A wee bit better. So yeah. That kind of thing with the triples, diminished arpeggio rising.
Whilst the words are dark, they cannot be undone. So we choose.
It's very European, Eastern European sounding.
The words are dark, they cannot be undone. So we choose our words can't. Once the notes are break, they never come back. That's why we practice so carefully. We all make mistakes, there's no such thing as perfection. We won't stop talking. We won't stop lying.
So over in the A minor scale, starts on the 6th and descending 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. To the 5, back to the 1. I think the pickups on that guitar look from the lines like Fishman Fluence, which is actually what I have in this. Again, I modded my guitar. I don't know if it'll come through as well on the picture here. You're able to see it with those sort of silver plates on that. You can see there's like a a line, you know, that you'd see like on a heartbeat machine. You know, you can see this sort of line. That line is on those pickups too. It's sort of running there and goes up. Anyway, they're active pickups. They're a great system because you can get multiple different voicings out of them, and then highly modern guitars these days now with active pickups rather than batteries. Well, there is a battery pack in there. Actually, that's flashing. That must need charged. I haven't charged it yet, but I've had this for months. I've had these in, but I can see a wee bit of a. It's the first time I've seen a flashing light on that. So my guitar needs charged. Weird times we live in, folks, isn't it? But anyway. Lots of tapping. Do you notice that whenever the sort of one guitar in this case is really sort of showcasing the virtuosic shreddery, for lack of a better term, the rest of the band are really sitting back. Even the guitarist is just riffing on the Lisa X, I think, presumably is playing the rhythmic sort of staccato part. There's not an intricate riff or anything going on underneath the solo. It's very, very plain to stop from getting in the way of the lead solo. Even the bass. Double time there on the drums. Yeah, I'm not a shredder on the guitar, so yeah, there's no point in me even trying to go there. I don't have the chops to play the fast alternate picking sort of stuff like that, but really reminiscent of Paul Gilbert. So the reason I didn't say anything, that last part of the song was just a repeat of what we had before. See what's going on here with the piano. I think there some modulations in this point. There's a better view of the guitar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think it's a 7-string, isn't it? What's the bass rate on that? Something odd. Oh, it's B flat. So yeah. Kind of like a B flat. It's B flat with a 9 in there. Look at the 6. That's very jazzy. And then to the A minor, like 9s and stuff in there as well. I guess that's what I was saying about the Joe Hisaishi sort of stuff. Like it's reminiscent of that. You notice the ride cymbal sort of also coming in with the accents of the sort of rhythmic pattern on the piano. I mean, it is, although it's rhythmic, it's percussive, it's melodic at the same time. You get these, but the ride cymbal is coming in to sort of back up the accents of that. Yeah, there's your modulations. We did have B flat. It's like an A flat, something or other. same sort of thing as before, but down a tone from where we were instead of the B flat. So that's G minor. So it's the same sequence as we had before, but everything down a tone. We're back to A minor. So back to the same sort of harmonic key that we were in at the very start with the A minor and the diminished, the G sharp diminished. So you're hearing that diminished harmonic minor kind of thing going on, like I was saying before. So. It's a wee bit difficult here because I'm thinking in E minor and D sharp diminished, but it's actually A minor and G sharp diminished. So that's because, you know, if I roll off the volume, you hear my guitars playing these notes. It's drop tune. It's a wee bit disconcerting at low levels. If you're playing, you know, if it was a lot louder in my headphones, you maybe wouldn't hear it. Or in a live situation, you know, where it's cranked up. They're actually using Kempers as well. That's a Kemper. Anyway. Sort of lovely clashing notes of the diminished and harmonic minor. Love that. That sort of rhythmic groove that's going on underneath the solo is brilliant. Killer lead tone as well. Do you notice rhythmically, so although the chords are very stationary on the 1 and the 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The hi-hat's on the 2 and the 4, so that really gives it a groove. It's accented on that, I mean, in between the harmony. Lots of delay on the vocals. Wow. Very, very talented. Very, very talented band. And very idiosyncratic music. As I said before, sort of definitely blending lots of different things together. So much in such a very, very short song. Anyway, I need to go and eat something. My brain's getting a little bit tired. So, food is necessary. Apparently that's what you need to do when you get a wee bit like that. You need to eat. I have a problem remembering to eat until it's sort of too late. It's too late now. I've got a sore head and I need to eat and I need to hydrate, all those kind of things. So anyway, thanks for watching and making it this far, if you've made it this far, and hope to see you again. Great request. See you next time. If you're passionate about piano, whether as a player or listener, or if you're considering online lessons or masterclasses, please visit my YouTube channel, JW Pianoworks. There you'll discover a wealth of piano performances with many more to come. Based on demand, I'll also be introducing video tutorials for piano pieces. Thank you.